Hi everyone, this is Anchal Soni. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to discuss how to filter data for a specific period of time using parameters. There are two parts to this tutorial. In this first part, I'll discuss how to compute custom calculations for relative date filters. And in the second part, I'll discuss how to compute custom calculations for range of date filters. And we'll also see how we can make both the filters available for use using pop-up parameters. In Tableau, you cannot use the same dimension as filters twice. For example, I'm using order date here and I'm selecting range of dates. Now I again bring order date to filters card and select relative date, then it doesn't allow me to do so. So by default, it's allowing me to use only one kind of filter option for the same dimension. In such cases, you need to customize the calculations. So that's what we are going to do in this first part. We'll see how to compute calculations for specific periods. I have a parameter here which displays four options at the level of years, months, weeks, and days. If I switch to last 10 months, then the visualization gets updated and shows me data only for last 10 months. If I switch to last 15 days, then it shows me data only for last 15 days. So we are going to see how to compute calculations for such scenarios and what date functions to use. Let's get started. I'll build the visualization using order date and profit. I'll use order date at the exact date level, and now I'll create a parameter. Let's name it as select period. Change the data type to integer and create a list. I'm using the values 1, 2, 3, and 4, and now I'll associate these with the names. So last 2 years, last 10 months, last 6 weeks, and last 15 days. If you notice, I have used integer values instead of using the entire name here because I'm certain that I'll be using these names in further calculations. So instead of making this cumbersome and using the entire names again, I have associated these names with integer values. So whenever I would want to reference these names, I'll just use the integer value. A prerequisite here is whenever you use this kind of method, always remember which integer value specifically is associated with what name. Now click OK. So we have parameter ready, show parameter control. Now we'll build calculations for these specific periods. So let's create a calculated field. Let's name it as last. When you compute calculations for period specific scenarios, in such cases, you basically retrieve data that falls between the start date and the end date. And in this case, the start date is dependent on the end date. For example, if you want to compute last 2 years data from today's date, in that case, your last date would be today. So in those cases, you can use today date function. If not, you can use parameter to input date from the user, or else you can hard code the value. Usually we don't hard code the values, so you can omit this, but for practice purpose it's absolutely fine. And the last method is to use an LOD expression, which I'll be using. So it says max of order date. So this function will give me the maximum order date which is available in the data set. So the sample superstore data set which I'm using has the maximum order date as 30th of December 2019. Let's click OK now and let's use this in our further calculations. I'll name it as cal year. So now we are computing calculation for last 2 years. For that, order date should be less than equal to last date and order date should be greater than. So the date function that I'm using here is date add. So this will allow me to retrieve last 2 years data. So the date part would be year here and the interval would be -2. Since we want to go back in time, we'll use negative of 2. And from when we want to compute the last 2 years data? From last date. So we'll use the last date calculated field. Click OK. Now I'll duplicate this and create a similar calculation for month. So let's name it as calc month. Change the date part to month and interval to 10. Click OK. Again, create a duplicate and we'll customize this for week. Date part as week and interval as 6. Click OK. Now again create a duplicate and we'll customize this for day. So date part would be day and interval would be 15. Click OK. Now we'll use these calculations to create a filter. So again create a calculated field. Let's name it as filter. Okay. I'll use if else condition. If select period equals 1. So on the first position we have years value. So if select period equals 1, then show year. So calc here. Else if select period equals 2. On the second position we have month, so we'll show month. Else if select period equals 3, then week. Else if select period equals 4, then day. End. Click OK. Now we'll bring this calculated field over filter, select true and click OK. So see, the visualization has updated for last 2 years. Since last 2 years is selected in parameters, last date year is 2019 and the exact date is 30th of December and the start date is, you can see, 31st of December 2017. Let's see, for last 10 months it's 30th and here it starts at 2nd of March. Since there is no data for 1st of March, that's why it's starting at 2nd of March. Now let's see for 6 weeks. Here it's 19th of November and for last 15 days it's showing data from 16th of December until 30th of December. So that's how you create calculations for period specific scenarios. Tune in for my second video in which I'll show you how to prepare custom calculations for range of date filter and how to use pop-up parameters, which is a very impressive functionality. That's all for this video. Thank you.